Hello and welcome from Malibu. We are currently at Malibu Beach RV Park. We have been here for a little bit because our episodes are a couple of weeks behind. So we wanted to share with you today the amazing RV park where we've been staying. It is a gem. It's a little bit expensive, but I think you'll find that the pros outweigh the cons. Ready?
Yeah, definitely. Let's do this.
All right.
Right away, you meet the staff, really organized. And on top of it, they've got a great store with a lot of things you wouldn't expect, a lot of offerings. And several of the staff members are particularly good with kids. So they've got a lot of rules for safety because although they have some good roads for riding, they don't allow scooters and skateboards. And this was the park that suffered a fire about a year ago. So they're still in construction, rebuilding.
I believe it's the Getty fires, which we were afraid was going to derail our whole trip here to Los Angeles. It took out a ton of the amenities that are here at the park, but they have worked so diligently and so hard to restore some of what was left.
Even in that palm tree that you can see right behind us, right
there.
It's black at the bottom, and a lot of them are like that. So a lot of the greenery has grown back. It burned this entire park to the ground. It's a total loss, except for the bathrooms, and they are still rebuilding, but they've got the plumbing done, and they're in the middle of it. And they're doing a great job. The biggest pro is definitely the view.
Right there, baby.
So we're standing at a site right now, and this is the premium ocean view up here. Plenty of room for 2 cars and toys. And then here is the beach overlook view from the second level. Pretty nice RV park.
What is so cool about this particular park is that it's built in a stair-step fashion. So they've got 3 levels of hookups for RVs, big rigs, vans, what have you, and then they've got tents up above.
Once you turn in off of the PCH, you've got a pretty strong hill, the driveway leading up to the office, which since the fire is now located on the left-hand side there. And on the first level, you've got your pull-throughs, along with some more ocean views, but the ocean view spots on the first level are a little bit smaller. Here's the pull-through spots. And then you're able to face the ocean. And as you can see, the ocean view are pretty tiny, but there are some Class A's. The max length on these sites for your rig's about 32 feet on the main row here. And then you've got some overflow parking immediately across from it. And there are 2 laundry facilities on site. Here's one here. These are the only 2 structures that did not burn down in the fire. Here at the turn at the top between the first and second levels, there is an entrance to a hiking trail on the Santa Monica Mountains, and also a dog walking park that overlooks the ocean. Here's one entrance, and it goes down the entire length of the RV park. The 3rd level and the tent sites go up there. That view from those tent sites is hard to beat. And then here is the entrance to the upper tier, and some of these spots are double wide and huge. And there's our spot. Hello, Miss Kate. Well, this concludes our riding tour. This park is fairly one-dimensional. Worth the price of admission for sure if you're into the ocean view, but if that's not your thing, you're likely to find it overpriced. Our favorite thing was the view behind us. Our least favorite thing was the fact that they charge extra over the top of the fees for each kid per night. But when all was said and done, we did feel that we got our money's worth. But we love the ocean.
These people are taking all precautions and really putting themselves on the map of being at the forefront of opening up in the times that we're in.
Some other pros are proximity to the beach. So the beach is directly across the street. No crosswalk, but not difficult to get over there. And there's several epic beaches here. So you have Malibu, you have Santa Monica just down the road, and you have Point Dume, and several beaches that are very well known and close.
Yeah, and they're not too crowded. It's a very laid back vibe here. So it's really neat to be able to get off of work and just go across the street.
Yeah. There's nothing like walking out of your RV and just being hypnotized by the sound of the ocean or the moonlight reflecting off the water. Mm-hmm. It's irreplaceable.
Go out, make my coffee, hear the waves, look at the tide. It's gorgeous.
We're heading out in Malibu to Point Dume. Isaac and I have been there once to scout it out for the family. So far we've come down here. And we got that much to go. So we are taking a family trek now. Should be a blast. Little beach hike. Scuttle over the rocks. Some fun little caves. Are you gonna do the Dance of Doom like Lego Ninjago? So Point Dume is a very popular beach location right next to Zuma Beach, and they have rappelling. Like there's a company that does it right on Point Dume, and then you can also just scuttle down the rocks yourself. And it's about a little under 5 miles from Malibu RV Park, and you can park in the neighborhood and walk, but there's not a lot of spots available, or you can pay to park on Zuma Beach. We are going to check out the neighborhood first to see if we get lucky, and then if not, we're going to continue on to the public parking. Well, we grabbed the first spot at Point Dume, pay to park, and we are ready to hike over those rocks right there. Think that wasn't tough?
No, I think the name Point
Dume.
Dume. Let's take our 5 children to Point Dume. Spray of the waves crashing on the rocks create this amazing sight, which is obvious to the locals because there's frequently models twirling their wispy garments. and taking photographs.
Definitely a small cave up here. And then our tide's coming in, so we're done climbing for today. So there's a neighborhood up top. If you come in up top, you can just do street parking, but there's only about 8 spots. Down here at Zuma Beach, we paid for $8 self-parking, so we didn't get to do the hike this time down the path, which is a really beautiful hike. All right, the verdict on Point Dume is that it was worth the outing, for sure.
Like, not a lot of work for a ton of payoff. A tiny little hike across some rocks, and then you have a pretty secluded beach that has spectacular views, especially if you go at sunset.
Another pro is the proximity to things to do. So there are several hikes here in the Santa Monica Mountains that are well known, so several historic ones, and there's plenty of parking, and the hikes are shaded primarily, so that's awesome.
Another thing this park offers is a great atmosphere for dogs. They do require that they're on a leash, but they've got a couple of dog walks that are fantastic, even if you don't have dogs, because they offer great views and beautiful, beautiful greens, desert, birds of paradise, and parakeets, whether you want them or not. You trying to find a place to videotape? This might not be the place.
Who are you talking to?
We might need to find another place to...
We loved eating at the well-known Malibu seafood restaurant right at the base of the hill here. A little pricey, fresh, delicious fish.
One awesome thing you can do also is buy the fish like raw.
Yeah.
And so they offer you the catch of the day. You bring it back to your rig and grill it up.
Throw it on your Blackstone.
I just choose to buy it already made. That's how we roll. All in all, fantastic park. There's not a lot of places you can come here, especially depending on the time of year. They book up pretty fast. So I would say make your reservation. It's a little bit pricey, but
a little bit strict, and they charge per kid, which is it's a rule we don't really care for around the country.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of penalizes families, but if you like beach and you like this kind of a view, it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
It's worth the price of admission.
And you meet the greatest people here too.
Yeah, we've had some amazing neighbors, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of fun about this lifestyle is you might hit an RV park and stay there for a couple weeks, couple months, maybe even a whole season. And depending on the type of RV park, you will have families coming in and out. You will meet people from all walks of life. And if they're there for a long vacation, you can become lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And I think we've done that here. So.
Well, we're big fans of Malibu RV, but soon it will be time for us to move on. But we just wanted to share our thoughts with you about this location. A hot spot for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this week. We hope to see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Fresh.
Delicious. Fresh.
Fish. It's fresh fish.
It's fresh, delicious fish.